Coming up, learn how Proposition 64 is affecting those living in San Luis Obispo.
A new program changes how students cultivate land at Cal Poly's experimental farm.
Plus, we'll tell you how the wildfires and mudslides in Santa Barbara affect one student's hometown.
Broadcasting from Swanson Studios, you're watching Mustang News.
Hello and welcome to the latest edition of Mustang News. I'm Haley Pride.
And I'm Sydney Brandt. Here are the top stories for this week. On January 1st of 2018, Proposition 64 went into effect, allowing for the legalization of marijuana to those 21 years and older. I got the opportunity to see how this new law affects one local grower.
With just my group of friends, we came up with a name, Slow Droco, back when I was a freshman.
With the new changes to marijuana laws this year, local businesses like Slodroko were unsure about how the new law would affect their business.
Not necessarily having to go through all this extensive and expensive permitting process that I have to go through now in order to stay in business.
Outside of Nico's business, he's industry advisor for Cal Poly's Club Normal. He said their goal is to put a big focus on the education of marijuana.
Blue Skittles, double tangy banana.
Both on consumption and legality.
Kind of informing students about the benefits, but also about, the adverse effects that you may not want.
For local growers like Nico, he believes that the new marijuana laws placed in 2018 won't hinder his business, and plants just like these will continue to flourish.
I feel like it being more official and more standardized business is going to allow me to hire better employees. There's a lot of things that I really have not been able to do in an official manner in the past.
Although these laws on grass have passed, Nico said his business will have to continue improving to keep its presence in SLO.
I always think that competition is for the better. It makes us all better businesses, so it's been fun.
For the last couple of years, the Student Experimental Farm has been a place where students can develop their own agricultural projects. Shanti Herzog takes a look at the new changes coming to the program.
It starts with water.
And it was nothing. I mean, it was really a wasteland.
Or a seed.
Leaves, we just cut down a whole bunch of stalks from the kale tree.
Cal Poly's Experimental Farm is a place where students can propose a project, then let it blossom into something real.
This is your farm. That's what I tell everybody, all the students. This is your farm. What do you want to do with it?
Founded in the 90s by a group of graduate students as a site to explore farming practices for developing countries, the 2-acre plot is now home to various projects, from the Polyponics Club to personal gardens. Cal Poly's Multicultural Center uses the farm as well.
To allow students to understand what it is to grow their own food, where their food comes from, and understand traditional food practices and indigenous food practices.
But all of this may change when FEED, Cal Poly's Farmer Experiential Education Development, brings their program to the land.
We're going to plow half of it, and you're going to move those fields. And I was like, well, what can I do to help?
The program is designed to teach veterans agricultural skills, but the student farmers don't mind sharing as long as seeds are being planted and ideas are allowed to grow. Shanti Herzog, Mustang News.
The FEED program is expected to go into effect this spring or summer.
The wildfires and mudslides in Santa Barbara County affected thousands of people, including one Cal Poly student's family. Agricultural education graduate student Molly Miller was in San Luis Obispo when her family informed her about the Thomas Fire blazing in her hometown of Carpinteria. Many of Miller's family members were evacuated from their homes. Though none of their property was damaged, Miller worried about her family's safety. Now, recent mudslides have landlocked Carpinteria.
Happened really fast at once, and it caused a landslide to happen in Montecito, so just north of my hometown, and then also one or two to happen just south of my hometown. So it actually landlocked my hometown, and there's still no way that I can get to my family without going south to almost LA and then coming back up.
Evacuations and road closures in Montecito, north of and adjacent to Highway 101, still remain in effect.
A new year means new goals. Mustang News reporters took to the streets of Cal Poly to find out students' New Year's resolutions.
Just to not get caught up in the school and to I just do more spontaneous things with my roommates and whoever.
I have. I said I would journal every day, and so far I've done it. So that's pretty good, I guess.
Kind of just thought I'd care less about myself and just do like more just out of the ordinary, like spontaneous things to hopefully like make me more happy, live longer, joyful.
I did to drink more water, and looks like it's going well, so.
I decided to do more cardio.
Make a New Year's resolution this year, but I did make many goals, some of which include working. I applied to a Facebook internship, paying down school debt, traveling, going on a cruise to Jamaica.
New Year's resolution is to go to the rec center at least 5 times a week.
Have you been? Best of luck to all you Mustangs as you begin to tackle those New Year's resolutions.
Now is the time of year for students to start getting next year's housing squared away. Senior Real Estate Chair for Lambda Chi Alpha, Armin Escobar, who manages housing arrangements for his fraternity brothers, is entering his busiest time of the year. Escobar expresses the importance of locking down housing early if you hope to live where you want and with whom you want.
It is so hard to locate a home. I have to start contacting people so far ahead. People who came up to me in the beginning of the year, they're like, hey, I need a house with 5 people. I need a apartment with 3. Like, I can start working on that way before, rather than now I'm getting like freaking 10 texts a day, you know what I mean? If you come to me with like your plan and you got 5 people and I have a house of 5 people, boom, easy, you're going in. Maybe you have 3 people and a house opens with 5, I'll fit another 2 people in, just mold them together, you know what I mean? Fit and tell, it's like a puzzle, that's all it is.
The Cal Poly P is open for hiking after a nearly 9-month closure. Mudslides caused by last season's record-breaking rainfall threatened the area behind Fremont Hall. Facilities and maintenance shut down the hillside to stabilize the area. The trail was also hit earlier this school year by the Poly Fire, burning nearly 100 acres.
Has a really beautiful view of campus and of the valley, I have to say. We got to see like the clouds coming into the valley, which was really beautiful.
We'll continue the tradition of hiking and decorating the P.
Former Stellar softball pitcher Sierra Highland is back at Cal Poly. Find out why after the break.
Come up with a family emergency plan.
Great. What is it?
It's difficult to talk about, so I'm not telling you.
How will we know what to do?
You won't.
I'm so glad I won't have to remember anything.
And me too. Thanks for this, sweetie.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
I love taking care of my mom. It wasn't easy at first. She learned how to better communicate her needs.
And you learned how to not ignore yours.
I discovered how to make healthier meals.
And I discovered how much I enjoyed them.
Becoming a caregiver is a learning experience for everyone. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
Everywhere that we go, he makes people laugh and makes people smile, and I feel like I have that quality.
He's the one who always takes me fishing. I watch golf with him.
I watch him cook, because when I grow up, I want to be a cook too.
We have the same faces like this.
Dad is the one, when you fall, that picks you up.
That unconditional sense of presence and reassurance is really what makes him my father.
Good afternoon, Cal Poly, and welcome back for the winter quarter. My name's Joe Deanna with your weather for this week. So starting out, we're going to take a look at our 5-day forecast. Looks like we're at a high of 65 today in low of 49. Going to be around the mid-50s, mid-60s for most of the coast. As we head into tomorrow, there's a slight chance of about 20% of some showers, only about enough to get the pavement a little wet, nothing significant, which is good for those rescue efforts down in the Santa Barbara area. As we head into the weekend, though, 70s, we like to see that on the central coast, heading down 68 as we hit into the beginning of next week. And again, the mid-40s throughout. Heading into our North County for the day, 69 in Paso today with a low of 46. We're looking about mid-60s upper 60s for most of the coast, and the same thing for the overnight lows, mid-upper 40s all the way around. Slow today, 65, 49 for the evening. Down in Avila Beach at the beaches as we hit them, 66 with a low of 49. Up in Morro Bay, right here, Cayucas, this area, we got 63 with a low of 49, which is going to be interesting for those big waves that are coming your way tonight. We'll talk a little bit more about those. As we head down into the South County and northern Santa Barbara County, we hit Orchid at 61, and Vandenberg Air Force Base down at 61 with a low of 49. Just wanted to mention for you that there are some big waves expected tonight on a northwest-facing beaches, specifically Morro Bay, looking at swells of about 20 to 25 feet, the remnants of a hurricane. That's about all the time we have for weather today. We're going to kick it over to Lauren now with your sports. Lauren, how's it going over there?
Hi, I'm Lauren Plume here with Mustang News Sports. Recently, I got the chance to catch up with Sierra Highland, Cal Poly's former star softball pitcher. Softball pitcher Sierra Highland is back at Cal Poly after her first professional season with the Chicago Bandits.
So I have a full 2 more quarters, you know, just stretched out, kind of made it a little easier on myself. But yeah, it's great to be back.
The transition from playing collegiate softball to professional has been a bit of a learning experience for Highland.
It's a lot different. It's definitely a reality check if you don't know exactly what you're going into, I guess, especially from a smaller school. We didn't play all the top 25 every game.
She has enjoyed her time with the Bandits so far and is grateful for the new friendships that it has brought her.
It's like a really good family surrounding. Like, everyone's so loving. Our owners are great. It's an awesome place to be over the summer.
Lauren Plume, Mustang News. Highland returns to Chicago 2 days after graduation in June and is joined by Cal Poly pitching coach Ali Carta, who recently signed to play with the Bandits. The Cal Poly men's basketball team has been one of the most efficient teams in the Big West Conference. Players like sophomore center Hank Hollingsworth are a big reason why. In his second year on the team, Hollingsworth is leading the Big West Conference in field goal percentage with 63% shooting. Hollingsworth has also been a presence on defense and set a new program single-game record with 7 blocks last year and is averaging 2.2 blocks per game this season, which is second in the Big West. The Cal Poly football team's future practice field is entering the final stages of its nearly 8-month-long construction. Doer Family Field's location is more than half a mile closer to the team's locker rooms, which head coach Tim Walsh says will give student athletes more time to study and might even draw in new recruits. The $4 million turf field was originally scheduled to be completed December 15th, but the official ribbon-cutting ceremony will take place February 2nd. And that's all we have for Cal Poly Sports this week. We'll be right back after the break.
Tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why did the girl ask the mushroom to dance? Because he was a fun guy. What do you call a pig that knows karate? Pork chop. So how does a tissue dance? Put a little boogie on it.
Hundreds of people are expected to turn out for the second San Luis Obispo Women's March rally this Saturday in Mission Plaza. The Slow Rally is one of over 160 events worldwide honoring the women's movement that brought about 5 million marchers just last year. The participants are hoping to show their commitment to a positive future for all and to celebrate their resistance to discrimination over the past year while moving into the 2018 election season. We spoke to Mayor Heidi Harmon on why she's rallying.
I'm still somewhat of a skeptic, yet there were some instances.
So I think that anything that gets more engagement and more dialogue, especially civil dialogue, I think is really important. And so one of the things I'm hoping to do is I'll have a booth there and answer people's questions specifically about the city and how they might play a bigger role.
Be sure to check out the rally this Saturday in Mission Plaza. That's all the time we have for today.